Once upon a time, in the quiet, wide-open fields of Oklahoma, there lived a Native American boy named Jim. He ran faster than the wind. He was strong, like the river that flowed near his home. But even with all that strength, life was not easy. Jim belonged to the Sac and Fox Nation, and he was born into deep poverty. As a child, he faced heartbreak, the loss of his twin brother. Later, his parents sent him to a boarding school, not to be educated, but to be erased. At that school, Native children were punished for speaking their own language. They were stripped of their culture and told to forget who they were. Jim felt like a stranger in his own land, but there was one thing that made him feel alive: sports. On the field, Jim wasn't invisible. He was unstoppable. He didn't have proper shoes. He didn't have fancy gear. Sometimes he trained barefoot. Other times he wore mismatched, worn-out shoes. And still, he won. One afternoon at school, a coach watched Jim clear an entire high jump, wearing nothing but street clothes. No warm-up, no practice. The coach asked, "Who taught you to jump like that?" Jim shrugged. "I just wanted to see if I could do it." That one moment changed everything. From that day on, Jim trained harder. He pushed further, and eventually he earned a place on Team USA for the 1912 Olympic Games in Stockholm, Sweden. But then, on the morning of his biggest event, tragedy struck. His shoes were stolen. He searched everywhere, but they were gone. Most people would have broken down. Most would have walked away, but not Jim Thorpe. He found an old pair of shoes in a trash can. They didn't match. One was too big, so he stuffed it with paper to make it fit. And with those mismatched shoes, he ran. And he won. Jim Thorpe made history that day. He became the first Native American to win Olympic gold for the United States. He brought home gold medals in both the pentathlon and the decathlon. After his incredible performance, the King of Sweden looked him in the eye and said, "You, sir, are the greatest athlete in the world." And Jim, calm and humble, simply replied, "Thanks, King." Jim didn't have perfect shoes, perfect training, or a perfect life, but he had heart, and that was enough. So when life gets tough, remember Jim Thorpe. Lace up and run anyway. If this story inspired you, leave a like. Share it with someone who needs a boost. And subscribe for more powerful stories like this one. Thanks for being here.